6 minutes past 11, you are listening to the Mid Morning Talk on a special Women's Day broadcast. Charlene's Heart for People, or SHFP, started in November last year with a clothing drive. Now, the organization runs a feeding scheme that caters to over 150 people during their feeding days. Founder Sharlene Abels is here to tell us more. Good morning, Charlene, and thank you for joining me.
Good morning. Thank you so much for having me, Mariam.
It is a pleasure. Now, tell us a bit about yourself. Who is Sharlene Abels? What makes you tick? What makes you happy? What makes you sad? Just give us a little bit about yourself.
My name is Sharlene Abels. I'm 36 years of age. I was born and bred in Eldorado Park. I'm currently residing in Extension 1. I'm a mom to three beautiful kids, and I am the founder of a fantastic organization called SHFP.
Hmm. Right now, what inspired the organization SHFP?
So, around about in 2021, November, I had a
Mm-hmm.
dream, and in this dream, God said to me that I should go out to Kliptown Mandela Square and hand out clothing. And when I woke up, I actually sat and thought about my dream, and I was like, where am I going to get clothing to hand out? And I approached my prayer warrior about the dream that I had, and she encouraged me to be obedient, and that's exactly what I did. I started posting on Facebook and on my WhatsApp status, challenging friends and family to be a part of this initiative. So on the 27th of November 2021, I had my first clothing drive in Mandela Square, Kliptown.
Oh, and how did that turn out? What was the turnout there?
Honestly, it was not a success. The reason why was because I had limited clothing. So a lot of kids left without anything. We never had food, we never had any goodies besides clothing. So just as we are about to leave, a little boy came up to me and he asked me for a pair of shoes. And when I looked down to see the situation of his shoes, my heart broke. It was bad. It was torn all sides of the shoes. And at me being a size 6 at that time, I could not even offer to say, you can have my pair of shoes. I looked up to the little boy with tears in my eyes and I said to him, I promise I'm going to come back.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Well, talk to us about some of your daily activities that the foundation engages in.
So we feed every single morning SHFP because breakfast is the most important part of the meals. We at SHFP has taken the initiative to provide breakfast. So we do breakfast feeds every single morning at 7 a.m. and school holidays we do 8 a.m. So we serve jungle oats and we serve soft porridge. The reason why we have started this breakfast initiative was because where I reside, I'm aware that many kids are dependent of their school's feeding scheme. So we have decided that at least if we give them breakfast and they maybe get lunch at school at 11, they'll be okay for the day. And then we do feeding every Tuesday and Thursday. We call it a late lunch, early supper, where we serve a warm meal at about 4 p.m.
Mm-hmm. All right, now you mentioned the breakfast being the most important meal of the day, and then some of the kids don't even get that opportunity to get their first meal of the day. Do you think that schools should implement these breakfast drives more often?
Most definitely, because you know what, Mariam, what I've experienced that it's become a norm now to our kiddies and adults. So we're just not catering for our babies in the morning before they go to school, but there are also a lot of adults in our community that is dependent on these breakfast meals. So I would merely challenge the schools in Eldorado Park to be able to provide these breakfasts to our little ones because I am like 90% of our kids where I reside is dependent on a feeding scheme. Whether it's our feeding scheme, whether it's a feeding scheme at school, but these little ones are dependent on a meal from a feeding scheme. So that would actually be a great initiative if the schools can come part and parcel and start providing cereals in the morning to the kiddies.
Mm. And earlier on, you mentioned that the first drive didn't turn out as planned because there wasn't enough items, there was no food, etc. How has it been since then? How has the community received it, the organization? And talk to us about the challenges that you have faced thus far.
Okay, just to mention, Mariam, so we went back on the 16th of December to Kliptown,
Mhm.
the very same place, very same crowd, and we went back with a bang. So we had party packs, we had clothing and toys, we had reading material in abundance. And this very same boy came up to me and he said, Auntie, you are back. And it just melted my heart that he actually remembered, and we were so fortunate that we were able to bless him with three pairs of sneakers. And ever since the 16th of December, we have been just growing day by day. We receive clothing from everybody. 90% of my sponsors are actually people that I don't know. It's either that they've heard about what we do or they've gone through our Facebook page. But we are receiving clothing in abundance, and this is so blessed because we are now able to bless many more kids and adults in need. Um, we have also started another campaign which just launched last month, which is called One Woman at a Time. So, what made us start this campaign was we were approached that there was a woman in our community that was admitted in hospital for about 12 days due to hunger. And the first thing that went through my mind was that is things really this bad that people are actually being admitted to hospital because not having a meal to eat? So we got connected to this lady, we dressed her up, we did her hair, we did her nails, we just did a little makeover. We handed over a toiletry pack because it's very important for women in general to know the hygiene of our bodies. So we provided a face cloth, a toothbrush, toothpaste, soap, roll on, as well as sanitary towels. So we have now started a challenge, Mariam, where we are saying to one woman at a time that if you have lost your self love, your self worth, it's not just about hunger. Women in general are going through the worst at times, whether it be raising your kids on your own, whether it be finances, whether it be a breakup, whether it be previous addictions. We at SHFP have come together and said, if you want to be that woman, rock us up. We are going to give you that little makeover. We don't provide you with brand new clothing, but we do assure you that when we do dress you up, your crown is back on your head where it belongs.
Wow, what a beautiful initiative, something that a lot of women need in their lives right now. Even though someone may have or have it all, but they and sometimes they just need a direction from another woman. They need a piece of advice. They need something to tell them or to let them know that you got this, no matter what you are
Absolutely.
going through, you got this, and it is not going to last forever. They say tough times don't last, but tough people do. So
So
that's what we
true.
need, and we need to create that little sisterhood, that bond, that unity, to let everyone know, all the ladies know that we got you. One woman at a time. I love this initiative. It is excellent. It's wonderful. Um, but hold that thought. We are going to take a quick break, and when we come back, I'd like you to tell us about the impact that the organization has had on the community. Please stay with us.
Moving boundaries, joining hands. Salam Media.
لا تقل لي وحدي أو كيف السبيل.
Humanity sets the agenda.
There's no smell that takes me back to the comfort of my childhood than the smell of black seed oil being applied by my nanny. Now I'm using tib black seed in my own home to soothe sniffles and coughs, to help with digestion and immunity, and of course, as part of my beauty routine. After all these years, I've come to appreciate the wisdom in finding comfort and shifa in trusted treatments like Tib Black Seed. You can find Tib Black Seed at all leading pharmacies or find out more at blackseed.co.za.
Whoever fasts Ashura, it is as if he has fasted the entire year. And whoever gives charity this day, it is like the charity of an entire year. Donate from only 500 Rand this month of Muharram to any of our campaigns and reap the rewards. Visit our website at www.pennyappeal.org.za to do a quick and easy donation, or visit the site for more information on our Thirst Relief, Orphan Kind, Hifts Orphan, Feed Our World, and the Mosque Project. Penny Appeal. Small change, big difference.
Shimmer, sparkle, captivate. Nothing less than a masterpiece. Droplets of gold inspires precious design. Platinum bursts with intricate freshness. And every pure diamond becomes more than just a girl's best friend. Voda Gold Gem Jewelers, where timeless dreams become a reality. Come to us. We tailor-make designer gold, platinum, and diamond jewelry. Trade in or remodel your old gold. Clad yourself with classy name-branded watches. We offer insurance valuation and free zakat calculation. Visit us at 534 Ridge Road, Overport, or call 031 208 9142. Voda Gold Gem Jewelers, manufacturers of fine gold and diamond jewelry.
When the perfect blend of stylish decor, exquisite halal cuisine, and warm hospitality come together, it could only mean Albeit Lodge, your true home away from home. Albeit is the ideal heaven for families, business people, and tourists with its 4-star family rooms and other luxurious facilities, conveniently situated close to Port Elizabeth Airport, the beach, and other amenities. Your stay will be truly unforgettable, as you'll be taking home lasting memories of the warm hospitality, the serenity and tranquility that Albeit has to offer. For reservations, call 041 583 6415 or visit www.albeitlodge.co.za.
It's a new beginning. It's a new era. Salam Media, humanitarian journalism.
Welcome back. You are listening to the Mid-Morning Talk on Salam Media, and today we are celebrating phenomenal women on this Women's Day as we commemorate and remember the women of 1956. Still with me is the founder of SHFP, Sharlene's Heart for People, Sharlene Abels. Sharlene, thank you for staying on the line. Now, what impact has the organization SHFP had on the community?
So, Mariam, from just being a mom to 3 kids, I am now a mom to a community. So, whether we cook, whether we don't feed on a specific day, you would still have people reaching out to your home asking for something to eat. There are days when someone would call at 9 o'clock at night asking for a meal. There are days at 3 o'clock in the afternoon when a little child comes and asks for a slice of bread. So I've realized that this home of ours is just not a home anymore. This has now become a safe haven for many people in need. And just also to add, we also just don't feed our people in the area where I reside. So we've got an open door policy. If you go on my Facebook page, you will see that I advertise to say that anybody in need of a meal is more than welcome to come.
All right, and how does that work? Feeding a person who comes knocking at your door at 9 p.m. at night or later when you're trying to, have some family time perhaps or some me time, etc. How do you work around that?
I really don't plan. So basically, what I do, if someone comes and I have some of my leftovers that I prepared for my family, I would use that. If there are days that unfortunately the pots are empty, I would rather just make a sandwich. But I've never turned anybody down from our premises, regardless of the time. I always just say that person having to have the courage to come to me, they already have an expectation that I know that when I go there, I will get something to eat. So it's tough, I'm not gonna lie, it's tough. Some days you totally exhausted, But then I just merely remind myself that this is what I want to do. So there's no working hours, there's no off days, there's no me time for this, because not just for the feeding. You feel like at days that you are now a counselor. People come to you crying, for school shoes. My child needs a school bag. And at many times we don't always have these things on hand. So now you need to post,
Mm,
now you need to see, now you need to think, why can I ask to help this little one or help this mommy crying out? We've got young girls coming asking for sanitary towels. We don't always have. So that's why now every time when I and my team, when we go to the shops, I've challenged them to say, let's buy the 5 rand sanitary towels at ShopRite so that we can always have on hand. So when the young girls comes out to us, that we will always be able to assist in that regard.
mm-hmm. There are many women out there who wants to help their communities, who wants to make an impact the same way that you are doing. What advice would you give them?
I'm not gonna lie, Mariam. It's not
Mm,
easy. It's not easy feeding the community. It's not easy doing what we're doing. But if your heart is set on it, it's possible. And I remember when I had a chat with the founder of the Eldorado Park feeding schemes, Nazli Alberts, and I said to her, "This is the hardest hustle ever, because
mm,
you feed today, and then you're already thinking about the next day, you know and with times being so tough, not just for us but for everybody else there, you know and I just merely thank my friends and my family that has come on board and that has supported this vision. So to any lady out there that is thinking of making a change in our community, I'm going to tell you today, use the advantages of social media. At many times I feel bad for posting each and every day or asking every day. But I remember when my founder said to me, sorry, the Eldorado Park feeding scheme founder said to me, she said, it's okay, post every day. As much as people get irritated, there are also people now that sees your work. Remember that not everybody goes on Facebook the exact same time. You understand? So never get tired of asking, and post, ask, approach. You've got absolutely nothing to lose. And I always say to anybody that's new out there in the business, when it comes to feeding and making a success in your community, I'll be happy to guide the next lady on this journey, or the next young girl there that wants to make a difference in the community. Because I remember that it was not easy starting off, not knowing what the challenges are, not knowing what to do, what not to do, how to ask, how not to ask. So if there's any young lady or adult out there that wants to actually make a change in a community, I'll definitely share my details with you guys. You're more than welcome to ask for any advice, guidance. But like I said, use social media platforms. That is where you get your assistance from, you get your help. Post your work. If you do a feed, like if you go on my Facebook page, I don't take the pictures of the people that we feed, but we take
mhm,
pictures of our food, so that you can show, and you can also show your sponsors that what you guys have actually donated has gone out to the community. It didn't stay in my cupboards for my kids or for my personal use. So if you actually go on my Facebook page, you'll see how I actually also thank people that has been part and parcel of our foundation.
mhm. All right, Ed. And where do you outsource some of your items from, especially the food items? Because I know things are quite expensive these days, especially when the price of fuel went up, everything else went up as well. So obviously things must have been quite challenging and even more difficult to outsource.
So, like I mentioned, the Eldorado Park feeding schemes, I am affiliated with them. So, the founder
Mhm,
provides vegetables every single Thursday. So, she gets the vegetables and she distributes to all the feeding schemes in Eldorado Park. And
mhm,
then I don't know if you are familiar with Inspiration of the Nation Foundation.
mhm,
They are also
mhm,
very much part and parcel with us, as well as the Jaden Naidu Legacy Foundation. So basically, these are guys that I've never had, before as friends or so they are basically, they've come on board and they have actually supported our vision. They've supported our structure. But mostly, Mariam, it's the love for friends and family and just everybody stepping in and always just willing to assist to help us keep these smiles alive.
Mm-hmm. All right, and then how can people contact the organization should they wish to volunteer or donate or even receive assistance?
So we have a Facebook page. Our Facebook page is SHFP. You're more than welcome to check our Facebook page out. You can also call myself. My cell phone number is 067 739 2263. Oh, sorry, Mariam. I'm just mixing up the digits. Sorry, guys. It's 067 736 2293. You can also contact the chairman of our foundation, David Fusser, on 063 794 6888. And then we also do have an email address, which is Charlene's Heart for People at gmail.com. And if you would like to donate any clothing, any food items, if you want to be part of our feeding drives, if you just want to be a part of this great initiative in Eldorado Park, we are situated at number 41 Hurricane Street, Eldorado Park.
All right, Charlene, and quickly, what is your message for the women out there on this Women's Day?
So remember, ladies, my challenge called One Woman at a Time. If there's any woman out there listening to us this morning that feels that she's not loved, that forgot what it is to have self worth, or that just needs a hair and her nails done, or would appreciate a new pair of shoes or pre loved shoes and a dress, I'm challenging you to do give me a call, send me a WhatsApp, send me a please call me, I'll call you back, pop me an email, send me an inbox on Facebook. And regardless of what we face, I want to encourage all the women out there today that this is our day. Let's put on our crowns. Let's put on some lipstick. Let's smile. Remember that regardless of what we're all going through, there's merely a purpose that this day is being celebrated because the world was not going to be the world without us women. So, to all the women out there listening, whether you want to be a part of our initiative, whether you have a service that you would render to another woman, whether you are a counselor and you want to get in touch with these women, I challenge you, call myself, call Mariam. Let's do this. Let's make that change in just one woman's time at a life.
Hmm, beautiful. Charlene, thank you so much for your time and good luck with the SHFP as well as One Woman at a Time campaign. We'll probably catch up with you in the near future just to check on how things are going. But for now, have a wonderful day and take care.
Thank you so much, love, and thank you so much for having us. Thank you.
A pleasure. And that was Sharlene Abels, the founder of SHFP, Charlene's Heart for People Foundation. And this is a foundation that assists people in and around the Eldorado Park community. And for more information, you can find them on Facebook as Charlene's Heart for People, SHFP. You can also contact them on 067 736 2293. That's Charlene's contact details should you want to donate anything to them, or if you would like to volunteer or also receive assistance. It is 11:30. You are listening to the Mid Morning Talk on Salam Media. We will be right back.